All right, now you guys want to see somebody hyped? This is the new He-Man trailer, Masters of the Universe. Let's watch it.
I know most of you don't remember me, but I know all of you.
Yeah,
Even
Battle
though I
Cat.
was stuck light years away on Earth, I never stopped trying to get back home.
Everything changed since you left.
It's all gone. Skeletor took my family. And he destroyed our world.
It's all my fault. I know how it feels to fail. Take the sword. And when you fall, that's your chance to stand tall.
Uh-oh. You gonna say it?
The universe shall quake in my shadow.
This is my home. I'm gonna fight for it. But I can't do it without you.
Somebody wants to brawl.
I need every man, woman, or whatever that is.
You may have the power, but you're too scared to use it.
Trust me, I know how to use it.
You tell everyone that you're from another planet. It just makes you sound a little very crazy.
A little very. All right, man. Okay. I'm torn. It looks cool. I just don't want it to be too cheesy. Now, the He-Man story in general is very cheesy to begin with. Like it's a goofy sort of property. I think what I want out of this is some goofiness, but a lot of not necessarily like grounded, like gritty. Like it doesn't have to be like super, doesn't have to be crazy realistic or anything like that, but it needs to be able to balance the goofiness with some grit and some realism. I know the story is crazy. It's a very fantastical story. Even the stuff that happened in the cartoon from when I was a child in the 80s, like that stuff was ridiculous looking back on it now. But it holds a very special place in my heart. I had a Castle Grayskull. I had Skeletor toys. I had He-Man toys. I had Man at Arms. I had She-Ra toys. Like, and you know that they're gonna hint at that at the end. You just know that they are. So, yeah, I'm excited for this. I'm excited for this. I don't have uber high expectations though. I think that's one of the things that you can run into with a movie like this is going into it with too high expectations, and then that's going to lead you to be let down. I think one of the things that I do a lot of times when I watch trailers and react to them is I compare them to the feelings that I had with Marvel properties, since I consider those to be some of the best things that I've ever watched and they gave me a certain feeling. This gives me some of that. There's a little bit of it that I look at and I'm like, man, I don't know, because it can be kind of goofy. But I have to sort of put that to the side. And at least in a situation like this, it's the first one. So it's going to be a bit of a journey. There's not going to be these uber high expectations for it. I think that if it is a solid movie and can spawn a franchise where you have a few different ones, I think you can grow from there. I think the special effects look really good. That's one of the things that could have been messed up. I love Skeletor's look. I love his voice actor. Seeing him wield his staff is really cool too. I got a little nervous with the fight choreography. Just seeing that one scene where He-Man was fighting, I'm a little nervous about it, and I hope that it's not one of those things. Like there's a lot of movies that I've seen where you have like solid fight choreography, but they only give you like just a little bit of it, and most of the time you just see things happening sort of off screen. Like earlier today, I reacted to the Supergirl trailer, and that one's already been released on our channel, so go check that out. But there's a scene in that one where she is fighting some people, and you just see people getting like thrown out of the camera angle, and it's like the camera's focused on one person who's not her, and then you just see things happening in the background and people being thrown, so it's like insinuating that she's kicking butt, but we didn't actually get to see it. So I hope in this movie that we get to see it. One of the things that makes me nervous about this, and I stated it before when we saw the first teaser trailer, is that I don't like that they decided to ground this on Earth. Like there's a lot of scenes that take place on Earth, so I hope that the majority of the movie takes place in Eternia and that you get to be there a lot. It seems like the major conflict is going on there, and that for whatever reason he was on Earth. Got to see Eveline right there too. Yeah, but he was on Earth, and then he eventually goes back to Eternia. So I want to see what was his reasoning for being on Earth. I know how they dealt with it in the first movie that we saw back in the the early 90s, or the late 80s, early 90s. And I hope that they take a different approach to that. I really do, because if they take that same approach, I'm gonna feel like it's a retread. And I thought that direction was not very good to begin with. And of course, seeing this, like looking at him, change into He-Man right there, like with the lightning bolts and stuff, it looks good. That looks good. This fight scene right here, it looks good, but it's just a little snippet of it. And I know they don't want to give us everything, but there's a little snippet of it. I really hope by the end of the movie that we fear Skeletor. Like that, there's so many movies that come out like this, and they take the villains and they beat the villains down so much by the end of the movie that you don't really care too much about the villain at the end, and you know that they probably aren't going to come back. As far as villains go and main villains go, Skeletor is He-Man's, arch rival. So he has to come back. He can't be off by the end of this movie. I know I watched the last animated Transformers movie, Transformers 1, and I thought the way they dealt with Optimus Prime and Megatron and the way that movie ended, like it was perfect. It was perfect. So I would love to see a similar ending where you see Skeletor being even more powerful, might maybe have been defeated, but is even more powerful by the end of the movie, so that whatever you get will lead towards that sequel. I kind of mentioned it earlier, but I wonder if She-Ra is going to appear in this one. That would be cool. That would be cool. I don't know if they want to immediately give her her own franchise or anything like that, but to see a second He-Man movie just be entitled like He-Man and She-Ra, like that would be dope. That would be dope. And I think that there's enough runway with the series and what we know about the series that we could get something like that, and that it would definitely be worthwhile. Like I said, we got a little time before this movie is out, but I need to see the first reviews. If the first reviews are solid, I will be there. If the reviews come back and they're garbage, it'll be one of those ones that I'm going to wait for it to arrive on streaming. But if it's good, and I'm hoping it's good, I will be there that opening weekend to see this. I got to get a He-Man shirt. Like I said, I had so much He-Man stuff when I was a child. It's crazy. I should have kept all of that stuff, but I didn't. And now I'm probably out of some money because it'd be worth a ton. But anyway, thank you so much for checking out this video. My name is JD. Please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, drop those comments, hit that hype button too, man. That hype thing helps out. I haven't really gotten too many hype points, so you guys can change that. Please do so. But just know, drop those comments. And Watch Stuff with Us will be in the mix in 2026. We have so much stuff going down. We have live stream watch parties weekly for Daredevil, The Boys season 5, and we got so much more coming up. We're going to be doing The Testaments, which is the sequel to The Handmaid's Tale. There's just so much that we got going on the channel. Now is a great time to subscribe. If you're into the Michael Jackson movie that's coming out, tons of content on that. Got something dropping almost daily on that movie. So please go check all that stuff out. I really appreciate you for watching this video. My name is JD, as I said before, and I will see you when I see you. Peace and love.